Good morning, seventh graders. Today we're going to do scale drawings, and it's going to be a little bit different than how I typically record my lesson and teach because it involves rulers, and it's really hard for me to have a ruler, especially for students who are virtual. It's hard for me to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen record some examples from the textbook and add it into this lesson. So and I'll be talking and narrating, so hopefully you guys will understand, okay? All right, guys. So here's a step-by-step example of kind of what we're going to be dealing with. Scale drawing. So it wants to know what is the actual distance between Hagerstown and Annapolis. Here is Hagerstown, here is Annapolis. And this is something that you would have to do. I've done it before, especially with softball, like trying to figure out how far is the drive, what time do I need to leave to get there. So this is going to be a life skill. So what's the actual distance between Hagerstown and Annapolis? So step one, we use a centimeter ruler because if you look down here, it says 1 centimeter is equal to 24 miles. So we need to make sure that we're using the proper ruler side. Okay, so we're going to use a centimeter ruler to determine the map distance between the two cities. The map distance is about 4 centimeters. So when you lay your ruler from here to Annapolis, it is 4 centimeters. Okay, so step 2 is going to be write and solve a proportion using the scale, and we're going to let D represent the actual distance between the cities. Okay, so here's your map. You know I'm all about some labels, and I really love that this book backs me up on that. You've got to have labels. So we're going to have the map on top and the actual measurement on bottom. So the first actual measure, the first is the scale. 1 centimeter is equal to 24 miles. But when we laid the ruler down, or when the imaginary ruler got laid down, we had measured 4 centimeters, okay? And we're going to try to figure out what is D in miles. So we're going to cross multiply 4 times 24, and then we're going to divide by 1, which is 96, okay? Step 3, the distance between the cities is about 96 miles, okay? So I'm going to leave that right here. I'm going to add in 1 or 2 more examples, okay? Yes, I am wearing different clothes. I know y'all will say something about that. I started the video yesterday, finishing it today on a Wednesday. All right, so we have a step-by-step example right here about scale drawings. A graphic, hopefully you can see my mouse, I'm not sure. A graphic artist is creating an advertisement. I guess I could highlight, huh? No, a graphic artist is creating an advertisement for a cell phone. If she uses a scale of 5 inches equals 1 inch, what is the length of the cell phone on the advertisement? All right, so it's literally telling you the cell phone is legit 4 inches, but 5 inches equals a total of 1 inch, okay? So let's look. We're going to set up a proportion for sure. Obviously, you've got 3 numbers. You've got 5, 1, and 4. And I'm not going to tell you this every time, but 90% of the time, when you have 3 numbers, it's going to be a proportion, or you can solve it as a proportion. So we're going to write a proportion, and I think y'all remember when I had you guys in 3rd grade, when we had 3 numbers, that was going to be a 2-step problem. Well, now we're kind of graduating where if you have 3 numbers, more than likely it will be a proportional problem. All right, so we're going to write a proportion using the scale, and we're going to let A represent the length of the advertisement cell phone, okay? So, and I may be covering up over here, so I'm apologizing, but we're going to do A on top, advertisement on top, and actual on bottom. So online, on top, it is 5 inches, but the actual would be 1 inch. Okay, so we're going to let A equal the advertisement inches and 4 equal total inches, actual inches. So you're going to cross multiply 4 times 5, which is 20, and divide by 1, and 20 divided by 1 is 20. All right. Don't you just love Christmas music? Look, this is I'm have third period right now on a Wednesday. Riley Joe McDonald is staring at me while I'm trying to record a lesson for you guys. So just know that, yes, this is that day. Okay. So we're going to do a step-by-step example right here. So there's a floor plan for a home. It's shown at the right over here, where 1/2 inch represents 3 feet of the actual home. So we want to know, what is the actual area of bedroom 1? And if you look over here, here's bedroom 1 right here. All right. So step 1. You got to find the length of bedroom 1, which right here is 4. Okay. And we're going to put it to 1/2 inch represents 3 feet of actual home. Okay. So we have 4 by 1. So when you do this proportion, you have 1/2 L is equal to 4 times 3, which is 12. And you divide by 1/2, which is actually multiplying by 2. And if you multiply this side by 2, you got to multiply this side by 2, and you get 24. All right, now that's actually a gigantic bedroom. Step 2, the width of the bedroom 1, we see right here is actually 1 inch in the scale drawing. But for some reason, they have 2 written here. Not real sure why. So we'll just make sure we do the math right. So we have 2 times 3, which is 6, and 1/2 times W, the width. And when you multiply this by 2, to get rid of the 1/2, you got to multiply the other side by 2, which is 12. Okay. So when you multiply this out, 24 to find the area, which we know is the inside. When we multiply this out, it's going to be 288 square feet. All right. So if y'all need more examples, you can go to your book. Okay.